All right, guys, Coach Dan here. I want to talk about double unders. I want to talk about learning how to do double unders the right way and hopefully get the entire gym more proficient at doing double unders. So when we talk about double unders, a lot of people just come in and they try to jump and learn them with bad form, and all that does is make you really good at doing double unders with bad form. So what my hope is that you will see this breakdown and be able to use it to then get better in segments at certain aspects of the double under. That way you eventually become very proficient at them for workouts, okay? I grabbed a couple ropes off the wall. We have a wire rope and a thin black rope. These are the ones that Kenny had gotten. They're really thin, just a thin coating of plastic over the wire. These ropes are great for speed, not so great if you're learning how to do double unders, okay? The speed at which these ropes move is not something that somebody starting out or that can't do at least 50 should be using. I grabbed two of the thickest ropes that I could find on the wall. One of these is like a nunchuck rope, which is cool, but it's a thicker wire rope. So the cool thing here is the thickness of this rope is very important, right? This actually slows the speed of the rope down, which helps you get more feedback to where you can understand what you're doing right or wrong with the rope because the rope moves slower. The other one I grabbed is one of these RX ropes. The handles move around and they're a little jinky. It's not one of my favorites, but they do work well. Also, this is a wire. This one is just rope. This one is a wire coated with a rope, which is thicker, so it has a slower speed just like the other one. So these are great things for people who can't do at least 50 double unders in a row. If you don't have a rope yet, your rope is the most key thing. Don't think you're gonna get them by just picking one up off the wall. You're gonna have to get your own rope. So if you do, I recommend you getting something that's a little thicker, and then as you get better, you can just swap the ropes out, keep the handles, and get new ropes. So we'll start with that. All right, thanks guys. All right, so the first component of a double under is having a tight core. A lot of people don't think about that. They're all jumping and they're flailing around, or they're just trying to do it and they're moving around a lot. You've got to really stay tight when you're doing your double unders. Otherwise, the rope is going to move funky and you're not going to be able to bound up and down with proficiency. So the first thing, it's a little test that you do. It's a hollow hold. Everyone hates them, right? But if you can't hold a hollow hold for 20 seconds, which is not a very long time, and this is also 5 times harder of the contraction of your muscles that you're going to do than doing double unders, right? So if you're going to rate them, a hollow hold is a 5 on the suck level, and a double under is like a 1 as far as your core contraction goes. But if you can't hold a hollow hold for 20 seconds, then you might want to start there and build up your core strength to be able to hold a tight position to do double unders. So let's just go over the hollow hold real quick, right? So that's the first thing you're going to have to work on, and this is something you can do before class. Just come on in, sit in the corner, and do like 10 sets of 20 seconds of trying to hold, right? And over the weeks, you'll notice that they'll get way easier, and then we can move on to the next stage of the progression. So first thing you're going to want to do for a hollow hold, you're going to want to lay on the ground. You want to put your hands behind your head, and then you're going to want to start with your legs up high if you're not good, and then bring them down, point your toes, and hold. Nice and long and strong. Stay tight, okay? It's important to point your toes, keep your feet together, and try to reach for something behind you with your hands, and point your toes in the other direction. And you want to stay in just the mid section of your lower back, okay? So that's the first progression of double unders.